People say I ain't no good, and I'm crazy as a loon. Cause I shave my head in the morning, pick guitar in the afternoon. Just like old Chief and Charlie, I like to lay around in the shade. Well, I ain't got no money, but you better believe I got it made. Cause I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, just leave this bald-headed country boy alone.
What's up, fam? Before we get this episode started, we want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors. Buzzwax, who is now our main sponsor. Go check them out on their website at KOOKAinc.com. That's where I get all my wonderful, let's just say candies from. Go check them out. Blazer 88 Foundation, Project K9 Hero, Lori's Dive-In. Check out who is on this episode, by the way, Miss Missy, who is featured on a lot of spicy social media sites, but we'll have her link on this episode. Riley's Tractor Works, 601 Roofing King and Blue Collar Alliance. Down Yonder Hat Co., Cotton Field Grill, Cashman's Pub, Better Than Basic Marketing, Middle Georgia Total Health, and our artist of the month this time, is Delta Circle. They are an alternative country band out of Savannah. Please go check them out on my Facebook now. Noble's Dirt Works, Noble's Networking, Yankee Paradise South, 22 Sierra Coffee, Hot Diggity Dogs over in Eastman, and Miss Sarah Blake Cheek. You can find her on Real Me, and on October the 5th in Fayetteville, Arkansas for the SEC tailgate. Now, each one of these sponsors are on our social media. So go to my Facebook, Josh Terry, Cochran, Georgia, and look up each one of these individual sponsors and reach out to them. All of them have wonderful products and are wonderful people to work with, and we are grateful for each and every one of them. Now, enough of me doing some politicking and selling. Let's get into the show. What's up, folks? Thank y'all for tuning into the Josh Terry podcast. Now, look, if y'all just listened to those episodes that we just put out with Miss Kayla and for Nolan and the first responder show, I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you because you're probably still fucking crying, because I've been crying for the past 2 days now because of it. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to be sad on this show. So I have got our artists that we're showcasing this month. Some Georgia boys over in Savannah are close to it. Good old Delta Circle. How you boys doing today?
Like you say, Josh, doing good, man. Good to see you. Doing good.
You know what's just so funny? Before we got started, if for everybody who's not in music or works around it, you can almost pinpoint who is who by like just how they look. Y'all might not see this because I don't know what clips will release or not. Their drummer looks mad as hell. And I saw him, and the second I saw him, a drummer don't want to fucking be where he's got to be in the first place. He gets no notoriety because he's not Tommy Lee. He looks like me, so he won't get no damn attention probably. Their drummer looks pissed off. I just want y'all to know, if y'all were to see him right now, he looks like a mad-ass grizzly bear. And a while ago, it just tickled me. Because I thought he looked like he didn't want to be here. And it was just the funniest thing to me. But I want to appreciate you guys being our artist of the month, by the way. We love working with Georgia artists. We're just now getting to follow y'all on social media and keeping up with y'all. Y'all got an album coming up on the 18th. We're going to talk about in a few minutes. But I want one of y'all to introduce the band members real fast and kind of give a little brief description so everybody can know who y'all are, even though one of y'all decided, they was going to be late, but, fuck them. They'll get here when they get there.
Must go on.
Yeah. So whoever wants to introduce y'all go ahead.
All right, man. We got Nick Zyder, which is our lead singer, guitar player over here. And, of course, the drummer that you just introduced everybody to. This is Kyle Graydon. And I'm Ernest, the bass player. And, we're Delta Circle, man. We're a Southern rock / country band out of Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, I love the fact that we still have some really good Southern rock country bands around here.
Yeah.
I listened to some of y'all stuff like already anyway. Like I don't know when I started following y'all on Facebook and then kind of worked out to where y'all did the artist showcase thing. But I remember seeing like some videos and stuff, and I was like, I could fuck with them. I could go to one of their shows and hang out and have a good time. And then is your last name Ziders? Is that what it said?
Zider, yeah.
Okay, not like the dickhead in
No, not
Nashville.
Warren. Not like Warren.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that guy. Oh, I can't figure out if I like him yet or not. But then I saw your hat, and I thought it was a Vols hat, and I didn't think I was gonna like you either for a minute.
You know what? If it does that, I'll just do this. There you go. It
That's-
ain't.
Okay, 'cause that's giving off the wrong vibe. I thought it said Vols, and I was like, you guys just don't.
No.
I
It's
thought
it's
y'all
just, it's
didn't
just
want me
a
to like
soda
you.
that nobody knows about. That's
Yeah.
No.
We don't have that kind of negativity in this band.
No, sir.
We don't-
Yeah.
I heard.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of negativity about you guys because I cussed you guys out so bad yesterday, or not yesterday, I guess last week. So like when I was doing my ads for the month, uh we already have a company that does like the Delta 8 stuff. I could not stop saying Delta 8 instead of Delta Circle when it came down to saying y'all stuff. I don't know why. My brain was like, our artist showcase of the month, we're featuring Delta 8. And I did it 6 times at least. I was mad as hell. I about was fixing to text y'all and be like, y'all got to change the name of your band, dude. Like, this month you Delta 8. Like, I don't give a shit what you are the rest of the time. You Delta 8 this month. Where'd y'all
Hey,
come up?
whatever gets us out there, man.
Where'd y'all come up? What's the significance behind Delta Circle?
It was actually a street name in my neighborhood, man, from where I grew up. And when Nick and I was starting the new project, you know, I mean, throwing band names out, just trying to come up with a bunch of stuff. So Delta Circle's one that made the hat. And so anyway, we started digging into the name, trying to find out some meaning behind stuff. Because, like I said, we just didn't want to have a name that somebody's like, "Where'd you get the band names?" Like, it's a street name in my neighborhood, you know. So we looked up Delta, and you know, in software programming, Delta is an upgrade of a software to a better version. And that's what him and I felt like we were doing, you know, leaving project that we was in previously and starting this one. And then just a circle, man, because we just kind of come full circle and, you know, and that's the, you know, growing our circle with the people we know and doing the things with our band.
Yeah, well, I like that better than I thought it was going to be. I'm so
Not too bad,
used.
huh?
I'm so used to. Hold on, let me tell this asshole. I'll call you right back. Call you right back. I am so used to me thinking band names are stupid. Like I know that sounds the worst. There's so many that I hear, and I'm like, did your kid come up with that? Like what? Like, and if your kid did, like, why did your kid come up with that? Like, I don't. But I'm also like I'm a Y guy. Like if you can tell, like you could have the worst band name of all time, but if you have a good Y to it, like a good like depth to it, I'm cool with it. But like if you're like called mashed taters, and it's just because you like fucking mashed taters, like I'm like of all the things in the world that you could have named your band, you went with mashed taters. Like, but there's that many morons in Nashville. There's that many morons in music, and it's just like I don't. Y'all probably know him. He's like my big brother, Lee Tucker, and all right. So he's from Baxley. He lives in, or he's from Hazelhurst. Lives in Nashville now, and before he went to up there, he played in several different bands around here, and he would tell me the names of some of the bands he used to play in, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Did somebody lose a spelling bee? Like, what did nobody just like? Did you want people not to come to your shows? Like, like
Free beer.
yeah, like I don't, yeah, like come up with something that's good. Like, there's just a lot of people that I think that they just like, you know what? We're gonna draw names out of.
Yes,
We're gonna
just
put
let
the
it stick.
dumbest shit into a fishbowl, and that's we're gonna come up with something.
We're just gonna Google that.
I was in a band called Loogie, so I've got no room to talk whatsoever, man. Like,
That's fucking stupid.
Dude, that shit was hard though.
Hey, we were straight metal though. Like,
Oh my God. Let me tell you. So I hate metal. I hate metal music. I don't like getting screamed at by anybody, especially my fucking music. I went out with this girl the other day, and I like to ride dirt roads and drink and listen to classic country music. That's my favorite thing to do in the world. And like like Keith Whitley's my all-time favorite, then George Jones, David Allen Coe, George Strait, shit like that. This old bitch, she turned on, she was like, I want you to hear this. And I was like, what is it? She's like, you got to listen to it now. And she's like, and I like dark-headed, tatted up women. Like, it's my, Jesus Christ. I know they're going to ruin my life, but fuck it.
your weakness.
It's my weakness. Like, I couldn't date a Stepford wife if I wanted to. Like, I don't find them attractive. I like the one that looks like they're going to ruin your credit score and your life. Like, that's the shit I like. And she's like, okay, I got this song I really want you to hear, but you got to listen to the words. And like, they're like, roar! Like, the whole time, I'm like, bitch, what words? Fucking hollering at me. Like, you're taking me back to my fucking childhood. Like, I'm supposed to clean my room or something right now. I don't want to fucking do this. So no, loogie sounds like shit. Like, I would have.
Oh, it was absolutely,
I would
absolutely.
have-
It's like exactly
I
what
would-
you when you seen that on the marquee, you knew exactly what you were walking into. It's-
Yeah. I would not have walked in there. There would have had to been a thick bitch with a fat ass walking in that bar with the marquee saying loogie for me to go in there. And even then, she would have had a sign around her neck that said free pussy. I just do not think I would be like, you know what, I'll find something somewhere else. So what bands were y'all in? Like, what loogies were y'all in? Or what were y'all in? Which one of y'all was in Seaman before this?
I mean, the only other one before this one was the previous project for me. It was Chain Reaction. That's the only other one I had the cover bands that I was in, like, back when I was like in high school,
Yeah.
but it was to the point where we never even got a name, let alone played
Yeah.
a show. We would play like the same 4 like Nickelback songs all the time in my friend's mom's basement. But other than that, I mean, I ain't got nothing else.
Well, that's good.
I had a lot of those never left the house type projects.
You
But I
seem
did
like
play in a
you
band
seem
called
like the type.
Space Time Conspiracy.
You seem like the type.
What was it called?
Space Time Conspiracy.
Jesus.
That sounds like a Reddit page.
It was pretty much.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little advice. Y'all should try to be successful this time.
Hey, that's the goal. I don't know how.
Clearly, naming bands are not our thing.
No.
So
No. Well, I'll say this. It was only up from there for all of you. Like, you really couldn't have done worse. Like, you could, like, Delta Circle sounds great. Like, it's
remarkable, man. Compare it, like
you're doing way better.
On
All right,
the right
so
track, man.
all of y'all coming from different projects. How did y'all end up together?
Actually, man, I had been on a hiatus. I hadn't played music in about 10 years and went through some life changes and started getting back into playing music. And the guy that he was playing with at the time called me up and said that they were looking for a bass player. And so I went and met Nick, and him and I joined up and got in that band and ran together for a while and made a decision to move on and start this project. And that's how I came across Nick, and he met me.
Such a sweet love story.
Yeah. And then Kyle, he's kind of tied into the old project as well. Is he was playing with another band at the time, and their band had kind of went different ways, and they were looking for a bass player one night, and the bass player that they called to come fill in was actually playing with the band that I used to play with. So green light went off in his head, and he's like, "Wait a minute." So he called my phone. Was like, "I heard you're not playing a show tonight," and I was like, "No, I'm not." So I went and played with him and Josh. And so then I called Nick and was like, "Hey, man, I think I may have found us a guitar player and a drummer." So we just all kind of met up and here we are 3 months later, running with it, man.
Y'all wife swapped the shit out of that situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kids, that is how I met your mother.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, your dad was in Loogie, and the next thing you know, we fell
I
in
was
love.
in this little punk band. I don't know what happened. We just ended. I don't know. It was weird.
So why'd you take 10 years off? You just didn't want to do it for a while?
Just life, man. Married, had kids. I started my own business doing construction and stuff, and just they all became primary. And so then I went through the big D and had major life changes and decided, man, what the hell? I'd get back to it and give it another run and see what happens.
That's cool. So what's how old are all of y'all?
Who's are we going? Which way are we going?
National age or no?
Oh, y'all gonna lie like a motherfucker.
Yeah. But nah, man, I'm 46.
All
I'm
right.
25.
I'm 28.
You a lying son of a bitch. You ain't 28 years old.
I'll check this ID.
You are
me see
20.
that.
You are 28 in dog years, maybe. Yeah.
And so at work, they got this running thing where they like to take jabs at everybody under 35. Well, apparently, I don't fall in that category.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I thought you like had your AARP card. To me, I thought you was older than me, bro. I'm 37. I thought we was at least the same age.
I'm
Look,
clap out, dude.
I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you now, sir. Start taking care of yourself because you're fucked. Like, you're not gonna age well. I know from
Gonna start
experience.
prescribing you Advil and shit.
I might need a knee replacement already, but we're not talking about that.
It looks like you just need to be replaced.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
yeah, that shit. Maybe you can drum good. Just keep rhythm. You'll be all right. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. Nobody cares about drummers anymore anyway.
No.
I didn't. I'll be really. I didn't realize how much I hated drummers until I started having to be around them in Nashville. And I realized you're probably a good dude. The ones in Nashville, piece of shit. There's like one. There's like one I really like. Austin Snell's drummer. He is a fucking animal. But besides him, I can't even name another one that I really even want to be friends with. They all just kind of seem like pricks to me. None of them seem happy, and they all just seem like I imagine every one of them are bitching about the lead singer right now. I really imagine, and look at his face right now. He's like, yeah, I still do.
He's like,
Yeah, that's what I do.
Fair enough.
Easy.
Can't complain about this one.
So the guy that's missing, tell us a little bit about him since he's obviously not going to make the show. I'd hate for us not to give him shit.
Well, he's late.
Yeah. That's par for the course.
So me and Josh played in that Space Time Conspiracy band together. And when it fell apart, we kind of moved around a little bit, and within, I don't know, 2-3 months decided to start doing our own thing again. And we were using fill-in bass players, which is how we met. We got, with these guys, but I don't know what else to say about the dude. I mean, he's one of them. You just kind of got.
He doesn't stop.
He's a Swiss Army knife, man. Like he's kind of the guy. Like when shit hits the fan, like Josh is the guy you want around, dude.
Yeah,
like, he
100%.
Yeah. He's an interesting guy. We love having him around.
Okay, I don't want to do this for you guys, but you guys need to work on your PR. You guys, oh my god, like it's funny. You guys are funny as fuck. You should have just took jabs at this guy the whole fucking time. I would not have it. Y'all are way better people than me. If one of my buddies was late for a show and they were supposed to be there, regardless if it was traffic or not, I would have shit on them the rest of the show. And you guys are so nice.
We just don't want it documented, man. Like,
I mean, we do call him the compass, which is ironic because he's not here. But anyway,
well, he got lost this time.
yeah.
So tell me about some of the dates and stuff y'all got coming up.
Actually, this Saturday we're going to be playing Raleigh's and Rincon. And then we'll be heading to Doc's Bar out at Tybee on the 11th. And then we're just kind of getting prepped and everything together for our album release party that's coming up October 18th at Coach's Corner in Savannah, Georgia.
Coach's Corner. Where the fuck is Coach's Corner? I don't know. I don't know if I've been there.
Thunderbolt.
Almost it was right before you get to Thunderbolt. If you're familiar with that area, on
What is
Victory
Thunder-
Drive.
Okay, so I haven't been. I'm going to Savannah next month, and it's been forever since I've been out on River Street, or even like what's the middle area called?
City Market.
Yeah, City Market.
Yeah.
It's been forever since I've been down there.
It ain't changed.
Not at all. It's always the same.
Last time I was there was St. Patrick's Day, and I swore up and down I was never fucking going back to Savannah. I just was like, you know what? I don't want to be around all these trashy ass fucking people again. And now I'm like, yeah, I'll go one more time.
That's how it gets.
That's how it is every time. You're like, maybe one more. Maybe one more.
Maybe it wasn't that bad.
Well, I know Savannah's bad, but I have to go to Nashville 1 week out of every month to record shows. And next week's our Nashville week. And I shit you not, I say every time I leave there, like I almost call our management company and be like, hey, look, we got to fucking do something else, because if this was the 70s, if this was the 80s, maybe 90s, I'm cool. I get it. I get every bit of it then. The people that I like, I have now like some amazing people that I love and cherish up there. But there's a lot of fucking morons that like I'm one of those that I'm enough in the business that I get to work with who I want to, but I'm enough on the outside that I can say what I want to. And there's some dumbasses. And I wish like hell that I could just take the dumbasses there and ship them off somewhere, maybe even Savannah. Just leave them there.
We don't have enough.
No, we've got enough.
That's far enough. Well, all right. So whatever happened to those saddlebags? Is Saddlebags still up and going?
It is. It's still there.
It's still there.
Yep.
They quit. I think last time we were there, they wasn't even doing bands no more, though, were they? Are they doing
Really
bands now?
Yeah, it's really become more of a dance club, man, than what it used to be. Yeah, you're not getting really an acts in there anymore or anything.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's a great venue. It really is. But
I agree.
I fell off that stage.
I think we all have at least once.
Oh shit. Well, I've been kicked off of it one time, and I fell off of it one time. I don't know if y'all know him. He's from around y'all's area, but Trey Landon.
Yeah, I know Trey.
Yeah.
Right, that's my baby.
Yeah.
So he invited me down there with him one time, and I introduced him on stage and was bullshitting with him. And back then, before I got any notoriety, really, I was just some dude that kind of blew up on social media. It's like even before I worked in radio. And I got shit faced. I'm talking about I got good and fun. I didn't realize there was a level of professionalism you were supposed to show behind a microphone in public. I thought you were just supposed to get drunk and have a good time. And I swear, boy, you talk about, I'm glad that nobody was recording because nobody gave a shit who I was or anything like that. Boy, I hit a fucking monitor and I must have been going 90-0. Like, I busted my fat ass in front. Luckily, they were there to see Trey Landon, so there wasn't that many fucking people there. Shout out, Trey. I love you. But I busted my ass, and I'm talking I busted hard. And then another one of our buddies who's from Vidalia, Justin Dukes, played there one time.
Yes.
I love Dukes. I love Dukes. He's actually playing my show next week in Nashville.
Yeah, I used to play with Blaine, man. That's how I met Justin and
Bunning?
Trey. Yeah.
I
Blaine
talked to Bunning today, that piece of
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Boy, I love me some Blaine Bunning. That's
Yeah,
a
man.
funny son of a bitch,
That's
boy.
right.
God damn, that boy's cheese slid off his cracker a long time, but that is a good old boy. God damn.
Yeah,
First night I met that son of a bitch was about y'all probably know Tyler Branch too.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Me and Tyler Branch just got back from this road trip out to Texas, and we're in Nashville. And We're sitting up all night. We're drinking, having a good time. We just got back from the bar. Blaine Bunning comes over there, and Tyler, first thing he says to me, he's like, "Man, you're gonna love this guy. You just got to give him a chance because he talks shit. He don't shut the fuck up." And, and I was like, "Okay, well that's cool because I don't either. That'd be fun." Blaine comes in, sure enough, he didn't shut the fuck up. And,
Wow.
but the second he starts playing guitar and we're sitting around drinking, playing everything, he plays this song. I'd never heard it before in my life. It's Gene Watson. It's Change Her Mind. And I'd never heard the song before. And I'm at that point of the night where it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm shit faced. And I'm thinking I'm watching something special. Like I'm thinking I'm watching an unreleased song that's fixing to be a #1 because nobody else is singing along with it. Like nobody. And I'm like, this motherfucker right here. Like this is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my life. And Blaine sings to some bitch like he wrote it.
Yeah.
And, oh my God. And I got done. And I was like, man, that's the #1. He's like, yeah. And he was looking at me. He's like, it was. And I was like, it was. And he's like, yeah, man, that song's like fucking 50 years old. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. But ever since then, we've been like best friends. Like he's one of my he is one of my and God, boy, he's he talk shit. I'm glad people used to hate to see me and him coming because I can drink. I can't drink like I used to, but Blaine was about the only son of a bitch that could keep up with me. And
Right.
boy, and when me and him would go hard, shit, boy, it'd be 2 or 3 days in Nashville. I wouldn't get no work done. I wouldn't write nothing. I'd be, oh shit, it hurt.
Yeah. The first time I ever went to Nashville was with a couple buddies, and we went up to see him. I was there for 3 days. I remember maybe a collective 2 hours of it. Yeah, it was a good time. I just wish I could remember how good a time it was.
I'm about glad I can't remember most of mine.
Yeah.
Well, I talk so much shit to folks. I've embarrassed myself a ridiculous amount of times up there. But I have most people enjoy me up there. There's a good bit of folks. Like one of the first times up there, I embarrassed the shit out of myself to Ashley McBride. And I will not let myself live that down. It's one of them things. I talked to her for 10, 15 minutes, and God bless her sweet soul. She had to be like, get this drunk fucking idiot away from me. But she just sat there and talked to me until somebody got between us. And all I was like, I'm probably like, you're the best. I love you. Like, be my friend. Like, I know that's probably all I was doing. But enough of my stupid shit. So tell us about the project and the album y'all got coming out on the 18th.
Oh well, man, yeah, we were fortunate enough to fly out to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and record at Rio Grande Studios with Mr. Ken Riley, and he worked with us, man, and we got 7 songs written and put in, and we actually showed up with our scratch tracks, and he had a meeting with us beforehand, and he's like, man, the stuff you guys has got is good. He's like, but I really feel like it's too Nashville, and he said we're not wanting to go Nashville. He said I want to take you guys more the red dirt direction, and let's see. So I want to get the Allman Brothers and that Skinnerd sound, out of you guys. And man, he did. He just kind of wiped the floor with us, and he pushed Nick in a different direction with his playing and singing, and he worked with us for 3 straight days, and we was able to put this album out, and we're excited for it, man. The first track we put out with it with Back and Better, it's almost hit 40,000. Well, actually, it's almost hit 50,000 streams in 6 weeks. And we're going to be dropping a new single on October 11th. We're going to go ahead and push a second single before the album comes out. Going to be releasing Here's to a Small Town.
Excited about that?
We're really excited about that one. That's going to be a different vibe than what Back and Better. Back and Better was more on the driving side of it. This is kind of more of the country roots and paying homage to all the small towns in the area, and going to the football games and drinking cold ones on the back of your pickup truck. So
hell yeah, I like you guys. I do. I'm a prick. So there's this certain people and like y'all never rub me the wrong way because like I follow y'all stuff, and like there's just certain folks that like they don't get excited the way they're supposed to, in my
Mhm.
opinion. Like they're not like overly happy. The way y'all just got excited about your music, it makes me want to go listen to it. It should
Yeah.
make the listener want to go listen to it now. To
Right.
where like you get some people that'll talk about like them having a single coming out if they're not where like because I would imagine your goal is to y'all want to grow and be at a higher level.
Mhm.
Sure.
Some people don't know how to appreciate where they're at and enjoy
Exactly.
that moment, and so like
Yeah.
they're kind of somber, if that makes sense. Like they're kind of
Yeah.
like yeah, we're not where we want to be, and we got this song coming out October 11th, but y'all are giddy about it, and like
Yeah.
that makes you want to listen to it.
Yeah, we're good,
Yeah.
man. That's what we're wanting because I mean we are, dude. I mean we love playing with these guys, and we're overly excited about the project, and we're being presented opportunities, that we never thought we'd be doing in 3 months. Of
Yeah.
putting this band together, and the growth's been exponential. And if we're just playing the bars, or if we end up landing bigger shows, no matter what comes out of it, we're having a good time, and everything else is just kind of a bonus, and that's what we're really excited about.
Well, I got some places over here that I'll hook you up with.
Okay.
We've got like Cashman's, we got Hummingbird, we've got 20's Pub. Well, we got Kerrigan's. I think I'm finna start working back with them. I got one of my buddies, Dallas. Uh, shit, that's tomorrow. Real
Yeah.
fast. I have to fucking plug this because I'm stupid. So tomorrow night for two of our sponsors,
Okay. Yes.
Riley Anderson is playing at Cashman's Pub Friday, October the 4th, starting at 7 o'clock. And then Dallas Alexander is playing at 20's Pub at 9 o'clock in Macon, Georgia. Both those. I'll be at both of them. And then Dallas Alexander is in Kerrigan's in Vidalia on October the 5th, which is Saturday. And then we're all at some place in Dothan for this charity fundraiser for Riley's sister-in-law on Sunday. Yeah, I really suck at doing what I'm supposed to. I wrote this is how bad I am at this shit. I wrote this shit down. It's over there at my desk where I cannot see it. And I got to think, I was over here a while ago. I was like, I know that there's something I'm supposed to say at the beginning of this episode. What is it that I'm supposed to say?
We'll get to it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll remember in a minute. But I do know this. There's got to be some people that like sign
Yeah.
up for us to be part of a sponsorship or whatever with the show, and they're like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like,
They're
but
like
it's
texting you right now, like, bro, like,
yeah. Well, it's even like with you guys. So I tell folks all the time, I can help your social media. I can help you get followers. I can help you get streams. I can help you do all this stuff. But you gotta listen. So like it's even when before we started recording, I said, this ain't a radio interview. Don't
Mhm.
fucking treat it like a radio interview. You guys are having fun. People are gonna listen to you having fun. They're not gonna listen to being generic, and they're gonna go look you up. Like
Yes.
that's the way shit works. If y'all were sitting here and y'all were just being boring and shit and not having fun, and y'all were waiting on me to ask a question, they're gonna be like, I'm not listening to them fuckers. Like, they're not going to.
Y'all.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of the sponsors that no, the ones that stick around, they listen. But like even with you guys, we'll make some videos and shit for especially when the album comes out to make sure like we promote the shit out of it. And if anybody's
For sure.
listening, go find some of their audio, some of their sounds and stuff, share their stuff on social media, all that good shit. Help out local artists. Because that's why we do artist showcase anyway. Like
Yeah.
these are made like this spot is made for. I really just want to keep it Georgia boys and girls anyway. I think
Yeah.
that Georgia has some of the most talented artists.
Oh,
Anyway.
100%.
Yeah. It's so stupid in Nashville. You ask anybody where they're from Georgia. I don't even know why the fuck we go to Nashville. I don't. They need to turn Macon back to what Macon used to be in the damn
Yes.
70s.
Preach.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Like, I promise you, if I had the money, I would buy Capricorn Records. I would go buy Old Crazy Bull. I would turn it into an actual fucking honky tonk. And I would have a actual real country band in there on Friday and Saturday nights. And I would have every artist that I come through there record my podcast at Capricorn, and I would have local artists record at Capricorn, just their music. I would promote nothing but it. I don't know why more people don't push it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, man.
Yeah, man.
So I think the only other guy that we've dealt with who's even trying to do some of the same thing is you familiar with Jolly Rogers down in Leesburg, Georgia?
It used to be Lee Pub.
Used to be the Lee Pub.
Jolly Rogers. I think yeah. I think Riley Anderson and them boys told me about them.
Yeah.
Raleigh,
So LJ, who runs it, man, he's actually been looking into getting a place over in Macon that used to be a pretty
Yeah.
big deal. I don't want to drop names. I know he's working on that, but I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
But he's getting ready to open up 2 other places as well. One in Milledgeville, and I think the other one's going to be like around the Tifton area.
Yeah.
And like he's been talking with us, actually building a circuit, out of his bars and like helping us. So we rotate, months, come and play 3 different venues, and stuff to those sorts. And
Well-
he's really strong on the music, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they're not just like, you go into a bar and there's like, the typical like corner stage where it's like
Yeah.
you can maybe fit 2 amps up there. Like he's got a whole stage in there, he's got a light system, a whole PA, like it's really well done. I was very impressed.
yeah, and he cares about the music.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
He's all about
100%.
Yeah, he's always
That's-
treated us good.
That's cool. Cause see, like the next step with us, and I said I wasn't gonna do this, but literally every artist that I fuck with keeps asking me to do it. I can't. I'm just gonna end up doing it. I just haven't pulled. I hadn't pulled the trigger on it yet. I'm gonna end up starting Raising Grace management and booking.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I already we already do like the honky tonk nights thing at the Hummingbird, and then like there's several other bars in the state of Georgia that want to work with us, and they want to use my name to promote the stuff and bring out the artists that we want to work with. They let me pick the artists most of the time. Like we work with Cashman's. Cashman's has nights to where Josh Terry Podcast presents like Riley Anderson tomorrow. 20's Pub is Josh Terry Podcast presents Dallas Alexander. We got Jason Michael Carroll and Riley Anderson the 18th at Hummingbird, the Josh Terry Honky Tonk Nights. And it's like, you know what? I don't really like the business side of shit. So like it's like I've got to find somebody that wants to do the business side of it where I can just dick off and send artists to somebody who's not going to steal your money. Because I'm bad with money. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'll be the first. I'll probably be the only person ever that's going to start a management company if I decide to do it. That's going to be like, look, you better give your money to the bitch that I hire with the MBA. Don't give me a check because your shit's not going where it's supposed to go. It's going in my pocket. Like I'll rob Peter to pay Paul in a heartbeat. And not mean to. It's not that I mean like I'm a bad person. It's just I'm that bad with money. Like I don't know why I'm so bad about that. But we already, when you said the circuit thing, that's where I'm hoping that it'll be. If I can
Sorry,
get,
things are getting disorganized. Our rhythm guitar player has finally decided to.
Finally showed up.
There he
Oh,
is.
shit.
Josh.
first off, I did not think you were going to look like that. Holy shit. I did not know. Like y'all saved him, didn't you? Right. So you got a flat top. He look like the rest of y'all look like y'all hillbillies. He look like he came from Red Clay Strays all of a sudden. Holy shit. But no, like what I want to do, and I think next year it'll probably be realistic to where I want to have, when we have an artist come down from Nashville or anybody we work with in Georgia, Thursday night at Kerrigan's and Vidalia, or Friday night in Macon, and then maybe Saturday night down in Valdosta or something like that. Like have it to where it's a rotating. And, yeah, like I want it to be like we have a roster. And we already have so many artists that want me to do that stuff for them because one, I will argue with a venue about what you're supposed to be paid.
Yeah.
Like I am not one of those that like I will not send my guys or anybody that I recommend. If you call me and say, hey, like places in Warner Robins, if y'all are listening to this, y'all can kiss my ass because y'all don't want to pay artists. And y'all wonder why nobody fucking wants to come to a Warner Robins bar. Like, because you get what you pay for. Every time they call me and they're like, "Hey man, we want full band. I know you got to hook up with some of these guys from Nashville," and I'm like, "Okay, what's your budget?" They're like, "We'll pay them $500." I'm like, "You can pay them $500, kiss your ass is what you can do." Ain't none of my guys coming down from Nashville with a full band for $500. You
Maybe
want
a
to,
person, sure.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and even like so, even that though. Somebody told me, and it wasn't but a couple years ago. It was Justin Dukes, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody was trying to book him for an acoustic show for like 3 hours, and he gave them his normal price, which was not a bad price. And I want to say that they called him back after like 30 minutes and said, "Hey man, you got to do it for $300 or whatever it was." And Dukes was like, "I said five, I think, for like driving down here and all this kind of stuff." And they're like, "Well, this other guy said he would do it for three." And it's like, "Okay, we'll let him do it for three." I don't like the fact that you get these guys that are cutting artists
Yeah.
and bands
Yeah.
out that it's not that they suck, but they're not up to par with who
Yeah.
should be playing, and it makes
Sure.
everybody look bad. Like it makes
Yeah.
the venue look bad. People don't want to, and that's what I just really push to venues. It's like, look, you might pay more to have one of our guys or girls come in for the night, but that next time that you book them, I'll guarantee you everybody that was there that night is coming back. Your bar tabs are going to be better. You're going to have
Sure.
people
Yeah.
sitting there ordering food or ordering drinks all night long. That word is going to get spread that you got a really good artist coming in.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to say this other guy's name because he can kiss my ass. But like I got into it with him and his manager in Macon not long ago because I heard what he was charging. And I was like, how are you doing that? Like, you realize you're fucking everybody. Like,
Yeah.
you are literally cutting everybody's throat because you'll do this for this, and you suck.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he's better than me now, like, because I can't sing. Good Lord knew not to give me any musical talent because everybody be pregnant. Like, I'd owe so much child support if I could sing or play guitar. It'd be stupid. Like, I
We'd
would,
be
I
out
don't,
of job.
yeah, nobody. I promise you, I would be a degenerate piece of shit if I can write music, but I can't sing or play. Like I just do not have it. I can pick that Martin up right there, and I'm telling you, I can play a D, and that's about it. And I can't play it
Hell
very.
yeah.
I'm telling you, I suck at it. I just cannot get it through my head. My brain does not comprehend. But I don't like that when you have talented folks like y'all with some of the guys that we work with, especially a lot of the local folks. Like, there's no sense in it. You don't have to be that way. Don't undercut and screw everybody else
Yeah.
just so you got a gig. You're screwing everybody.
Yeah, yeah, and it's crazy, man. Because I mean, I've been in this industry for a lot longer than these guys, and then when I got back into it after not being into it for so long, like it tripped me out to see that the wages are still the same out there. You got so many places that still want to pay, full bands, $300 or $400 to come load in and spend 4 hours that night playing, and you know how this. By the time you load in, you play for 4 hours, and you load out that night, and you've been there 6, 7 hours
Yeah.
in the bar. And depending on who you got in the band, most of the time the money you make anyway goes right back into the bar to pay for food and the beer tab that you've been there. So you're basically, playing for free. And you're right, they're going to get the quality of bands that they're paying for, man. You got guys that's just like I said, dropping their prices just for the sake of getting the show. When you've got real talent sitting out here that people would pay a little bit more, your bar could make $6,000 or $7,000 that night. And every time that place comes back in there, the band or just a solo artist or whatever, they're gonna bring that money instead of having the one guy sit there. They're gonna pay. Yeah, they paid him $100 less, but it was the bartender and the bellhop that stayed there and listened to him play all night.
Well, there's just not enough bars that realize this is the social media age. It ain't that I'm a
Mhm.
big fan of that, but like this is what I really push to people. It's like, okay, if I had you guys come play one of our shows in Macon, y'all probably, I don't know how much y'all played in Macon, if y'all have lately or anything like that. Y'all not being well known in Macon, I wouldn't just book it as you guys playing in Macon. I would book it as an event. And I would
Right.
book it as to where we had 2 or 3 well-known social media personalities there to where we give them a bar tab just to come
Sure.
make a couple promotional videos, all that kind of stuff. Well, they're going to draw people out to where maybe sadly you guys wouldn't. But
Right.
they're going to listen to you guys They're going to enjoy you guys. And then next time, we won't need the social media personalities to draw people in
Right,
the door.
sure.
It's a gimmick. Like it does. Like you have to play the gimmick. But a lot of bars don't want to play the gimmick. They want to give you one chance to play it. If you don't draw, if you don't bring people out, they're like, "Oh, I'm never booking them again." And
Right.
it's
Right.
not your fault. That you
Yeah.
can't build a crowd in a new city in one night.
No,
Hell no.
well, especially for the month,
No.
when they booked you a month ago, and then the whole time leading up to the show day, you not see one type of advertisement. They don't post
Oh,
nothing on their
no,
social media.
no.
There's no promotion whatsoever. And then when you get there, they're like, "Well, man, you guys didn't draw anybody." It's like,
Like,
shit,
no,
I mean,
no, you didn't draw it.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, well, you got to help us out. Like,
I already know I'm gonna have to cuss a venue out on Saturday because I vouched for my buddy coming down from Canada and playing at Kerrigan's. Kerrigan's, I love you, Lisa, Gary, all of y'all. Y'all always been really good to me. Our business logo's up behind there on the backstage or whatever. But they're promotions. They don't have anybody doing promotions the way they ought to. Now, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, that's fine. You're going to get the people coming in. You got Dallas, who just got off national television. He's literally a war hero in Canada. He's like Canada's Chris Kyle. He's got a
Oh,
world
wow.
record for the world's longest sniper shot. Like he's he's Canadian, so he ain't that cool. But I mean, it's not like he's fucking American. But like he's still got the longest sniper kill of all time. I just don't know what Canada's kill. It might be fucking a maple tree for all I know. But
Probably a damn goose.
yeah, it's probably nothing impressive. Well, watch it be like the most deadliest terrorist of all time. He's probably gonna kill me for this. But it's like, okay, I hooked you up with this, and Dallas is doing it for damn near a very decent price because he just got his visa or whatever. He's never been able to play shows in America, so this is his first week of shows in America, like ever.
Oh, yeah.
So like he's damn near having to do it for nothing because he's having to pay his dues. And I've not seen a single thing about it. But then this is what I know will happen. And I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm wrong. So Kerrigan's, if you hear this, I hope I am wrong. I think they're gonna be like, well, man, what happened? Like we thought there was gonna be some people come. If you don't see the bar promoting the event, the artist isn't gonna promote the event. The people involved with it are not gonna promote the event. If you don't give a damn, we're not gonna give a damn.
Yep.
Like it's like why? Like and it's not that it's just bad business, but it's not the way that it used to be.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
It's got to be a joint effort, you know. If just for sake of numbers, say the band has 10,000 people following them, the venue has 10,000 following them. If only half of us are sharing it, it don't reach half as many people, or it's way less than half. If only the band is doing promotion, and then if we show up, the best we can do is keep people there.
Yeah.
And rather than draw people in, if they don't do nothing to help us,
Absolutely. Well, I think that any band like y'all, or any band, period, any bar, they need either somebody full time or part time for social media marketing. Like you need it. Like what you're great at, music, writing, playing, is wonderful. What you suck at is social media. It's vice versa for me. I can't sing, I can't play, but I can social media the shit out of stuff. Like I know what I'm doing. And it's where everybody that is successful in Nashville, or anybody successful on any level of really any type of music, like if you've seen them blow up in the past 3 or 4 years, it's been because they had a marketing team behind them, or they figured out social media. It's not the best person has got the most followers. It's not the most talented person has the most followers. It's the person who figured out how to work the system has the most followers. Anybody do that shit, all you gotta do is find your gimmick. Like it's there's some good people now. There are some really good people that are talented that have big numbers. I'm not knocking everybody, but there's some fucking trash that's got some big numbers that don't need those numbers. And I don't understand how they have those numbers.
That's the second time we've had that conversation.
I
This
was
week.
just
Yeah.
about, yep. We talked about this the other day.
Yeah,
I
we
used to have this notion that, man, if I put my heart and soul into the music and make it as good as I can hear it in my head, then everything will be just fine and dandy, and this will get as big as anything, and everybody will love it.
No.
Right.
Not if you got 20 followers on your Facebook page. Nobody cares.
Them 20 people think you're the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you
Well,
what, 60 people following me.
First time I went to an impressive writers round in Nashville, I realized right then that the best music and the most talented shit is not on radio. Like,
Yep.
the first time, like every time we put on a show in Nashville 1 week or 1 day out of every month, our Raising Grace rounds at Live Oak. By the way, that's October the 9th next week, 5 to 11. Every time we do it, somebody does something. You're like, this is a number one. Like,
Yeah.
this is 100% a number one, and it'll get pushed down so far in somebody's catalog or somebody's whatever, their publishing company, that you'll never hear from it again. And then 2 or 3 years later, you're like, hey, dude, what happened to that song? And they're like, oh, nobody cut it. How did nobody cut that song? But this other bullshit's on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, it's the people who are in charge of that stuff. This is also why I will never live in Nashville, because I'm not welcome. Because the people that are there now are all about making a dime. I'm a legacy person. I like the idea of legacy, not popularity. I want the songs that are going to be a staple in 10 years, even if they were released today. I want them to hit just as hard in 10 years as they did today. I don't want something that just because it was popular and some music consultant got it to number one today, and a year from now, nobody's going to remember the fucking thing.
Right.
Like, I'm not a Kane Brown fan. He's had a lot of success, but I can't tell you how many number ones he's had, but I can't tell you what any of them are.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, by all means, the dude's killing it. He's making hella money and doing it. Like, more power to him. But like, I can't tell you none of his shit, and I can consider myself a country music connoisseur. Like, I know my shit, and I can't tell you. I can't tell you why he's successful. I can't. But it's neither here nor there. That's like I said. I'm cool enough to be in the industry, but cool enough to be on the outside when I say what the fuck I want to.
That's a good position.
Yeah, I get to do what I want to where most people don't. Well, well, before we get off here, let's see, let's make sure we covered everything. We got album coming out the 18th, right, boys?
Yep. Yep.
New single coming out the 11th.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
The fourth band member don't show up on fucking time.
Yep.
Never.
Yep.
Never.
It wasn't my fault this time, I swear.
Yeah, okay.
Drummer ain't smiled fucking yet. And
Has he spoken?
He has. Yeah.
And he's not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Which
That was interesting.
y'all froze at the most inopportune
I wanted
time.
to wear a suit so he'd feel like talking. I was afraid it was going to be.
What do I do with my hand?
You did a horrible job, drummer.
Appreciate it.
Hey, it was on par for drummers. It was
worth the effort.
Nobody expected you to speak. Like,
No. Like it was on time.
Got it.
there's a reason why you sit at the back of the class. And everything. Well, before we get off here, one more time, drop your social media, so everybody can go find it. And guys, I tell you this about every one of our artists that we have on the show. Don't just listen to the song that they got coming out the 11th, the album they got coming out the 18th. Listen to anything they've got. If you like their stuff, support them. Local artists and independent artists, they need you to share their stuff. They need you to make videos with their stuff. They need you to be a fan of their stuff. If you like it, don't be scared to share their shit. Don't be scared to go buy a ticket to their show, buy some merch, do all that shit. If you're a fan, show it. So tell them your social medias, and we'll get the hell out of here.
Yeah, man. The best way to find us is deltacirclemusic.com. And then we're available on every social media, man. We're YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So we're pretty much easy to find. Y'all come on, give us a follow, subscribe to everything, and keep up what's going on in the world of Delta Circle. And Josh, man, it's been a pleasure meeting you, brother. We really appreciate you doing this for us, and look forward to doing some stuff down the road.
Hell yeah, dude. We'll do shit anytime. Y'all are cool. I fuck with y'all.
Yeah,
I'll definitely like come have a beer and listen to y'all. Like I want
yeah,
to.
yeah, man. Come
Y'all
on with
are
it.
although if y'all were a little bit close. Actually, what weekend is it? It's November the 10th. Do y'all have y'all scheduled for like November the 10th?
I do. I got it right here. Hold on.
Yeah, tell me where y'all at November 10th because we're in Savannah filming November the 10th.
November 10th. He's out of town, so we ain't playing nowhere.
Uh,
Yeah.
Are you coming in the 10th or you
yeah, I'm coming in the 10th.
Okay.
in the 10th?
When y'all going back?
Yeah, we don't have anything to that following weekend because he's out of town, and we're playing Medical. But we're the 16th, man. We're back at Jolly Rogers in Leesburg.
Y'all remind me of that because I don't think
Yeah,
I'll have
for sure.
anything. I don't think I'll have anything booked in too. And
Okay, for sure.
that's actually probably closer anyway than Savannah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's not far from there.
Well, cool. There you go.
Yeah,
Well, cool,
man.
boys. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out for a little bit, and hell, I
Hey,
look forward
thanks,
to
man.
it.
Hey, brother,
Hell
pleasure,
yeah.
man. We'll do it
Hell
again.
yeah. All right,
Yes.
folks. So make sure you go check out Delta Circle, and thank y'all for listening to the show. We will catch y'all next time.